The views and opinions expressed on the following program do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Nash Community College, the Board of Trustees of Nash Community College, or the North Carolina Community College System.
We don't need no stinking podcast. Oh, no.
Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
You play ball like a girl! Oh, yeah! Come to play!
And Leon's getting larger. Nothing but pure and simple old-fashioned communism.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Bang Cinema. I'm Isaac Anderson.
I'm Tyler.
Oh my goodness, the response was really fast that time.
Oh, very responsive.
Same shorts, same shirt, and same sandals.
No, different shorts.
Okay, well, hey, the same shirt. Guys, if you've been watching, which you haven't, please tell me how many times Tyler has worn this shirt in a row. Just look at the thumbnail.
It's the studio shirt.
It's the studio shirt. You bounce between this one, the Doctor Strange, and the Suicide Squad one.
Oh, and don't forget, also got the Back to the Future.
Oh, that's right. Back to the Future does make an appearance every now and then. But why don't we go ahead and show the other cameras right now. Over here on the other side of the camera, we got Mr. Chris, we got Mr. Hunter, and Adam, who's not usually on camera. He's been on the show before. How you guys doing?
We got people.
Oh, you don't have to talk. It's okay.
You're doing fantastic.
I was about to say, Hunter, that's a nice microphone you got there. What kind of microphone is that?
Making a flute out of it.
It's the magical invisible microphone.
So it's an Apple Air mic.
An Apple Air mic. Wow, they make them this small?
Oh, they're incredibly tiny. In fact, one would say almost invisible.
Oh wow, so tiny. Just like just like my chances with a beautiful woman. But guys, in case you've never seen this show, this is a movie show where we talk about movie news, movie reviews, and everything in between. So Tyler, man, how you been this week?
I got a new job.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be cleaning trash about the parking lot.
Well, speaking about trash beside the parking lot, Disney has released a new Marvel movie called Black Panther, and it's a trailer for it. Oh my goodness, I think we're about to watch that trailer right now, right behind us. As you can probably see, which is just a big old white, and this is not the White Panther, this is the Black Panther. Okay, so the Black Panther takes place in, what is it, Wakanda?
Wakanda, Africa.
So Wakanda, Africa, and King, what's the king's name?
T'Challa and T'Chaka. There's two of them.
Okay, and I imagine one of them is Michael B. Jordan's character?
Yeah, that's T'Challa.
Okay, and it's a futuristic kind of, it still has the African kind of culture in it, but it's like a futuristic kind of science fiction
It's a hidden society.
It's a hidden society, and the king wears the Black Panther costume as he's a protector. It's made from the same stuff that
Vibranium.
Vibranium. I keep wanting to say adamantium. I don't know why.
Well, it's supposed to be adamantium, vibranium, but they don't have the rights for adamantium.
So they just called it vibranium?
Well, no, it was a mesh between the two.
Oh, that's a nice little in between. But I imagine you've seen this trailer. What did you think of it?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, you got your really first big budget African superhero.
I know. I mean, that's something we really haven't seen. But and here's Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger, and I gotta say, like Michael B. Jordan, I like a lot of the movies he's in. He worked with Ryan Coogler before twice. He's been in every one of Ryan Coogler's films, so I imagine he'll do pretty well in this. There's one element of this trailer I don't know if I'm feeling. I know it's probably comics that's in this, and it wasn't in all the other ones. Michael B. Jordan's character, I think he has the Golden Jaguar suit, which is basically the Black Panther suit. Like it's about to come up right here. See, he turns into the Golden Jaguar, which is basically another Black Panther. I don't know. Have you guys read the comics at all?
It's like 50 years worth, though.
I'm a huge fan of Michael Jordan ever since his basketball career.
I know. I can't believe they cast him in this film like this. I mean, he looks super nice. And,
wait, I thought he's in Space Jam.
This is African Jam, I guess. I don't know. And Andy Serkis is in it, which I'm very excited for. To actually see his face, that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think about this trailer just so far?
I like the way it looks so far. I'm kind of interested.
It looks very interesting.
Very interesting.
I mean,
Adam's giving the thumbs up.
I trust most of what Marvel puts out anyway.
Yeah.
Like at least enough to give it a shot.
Yeah, Marvel usually puts out consistently like quality films. Some of them, are just straight okay. Some of them are great. Some of them, they don't really go into bad territory like DC.
But they don't jump into like new ground either. Very rarely jump in new ground.
Yeah, it's like they keep it safe. That's probably the biggest thing. They keep it real safe. Like I think I said before, they're like the Chili's of movies. You know what I mean?
Then you got Fox. Who Fox, everything Fox does they take a risk.
Yeah.
And we got that with like the Wolverine. We got that with Logan.
Yeah.
Which I love the Wolverine. The whole Japanese. I thought that was really well done. It was James Mangold.
Yeah, but I think the Marvel movies are more focused on like they know what's going to work, they know what's going to sell, and they don't really go out of that formula that's going to work because they know that this is going to make money. They know people are going to respond to it. I kind of do this is probably the most far out concept they've had, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, no, I would say Guardians of the Galaxy is the most far out concept they've had.
Well, that was pretty far out too, but it's just kind of like an interesting concept. We've never seen a movie quite like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like about an African city.
And as futuristic like that.
Because every time we see a movie that takes place in Africa, it's either a drama or a Tarzan movie.
I think
a war drama or Tarzan.
I think the last black superhero we had was Steel, wasn't it? Like Steel with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I think yes, he was.
That didn't leave a good taste in our mouths, I got to say. But I think this one's going to be really good. Ryan Coogler, the director of Fruitvale Station and Creed, he's going to be directing this. Well, he did direct this. So I'm pretty excited for it. I don't know how I feel about there's 2 Black Panthers. The Black Panther.
No, man, there's tons of Black Panthers.
There is?
Yeah, man. Black Panther is like is passed on to generation.
Well, I know that, but is it also his, generation too? Like
they're Wakanda battle suits, man.
I thought it was just like the king's suit that's passed down.
See, the title of the Black Panther goes to the king.
Oh, I thought it was like just like the suit in and of itself was passed down. I don't know anything about the comics in this.
Different suit, like he's enhanced. Like the king's the ones become enhanced. They're like the ones that got the increased speed, strength, and everything. And it's our herb they consume. The only king's allowed to touch.
Oh, okay. So maybe that'll work. I don't know. I just felt like it was like the Iron Man thing where he's got to fight a bigger Iron Man. Like I didn't know how I felt about that. I'm still excited for it. Maybe this will turn out really well. I think it probably will. I don't know how it can be bad, but what do you guys have to add? Anything or pretty much no? Oh wow.
Ooh. I'm feeling good about it, man.
The one thing I can think of is like you were saying with the whole he has like in Iron Man he has to fight a bigger Iron Man, and here he's fighting someone else in the same type of suit. It reminds me of Marvel has the same thing with the Flash.
Yeah.
Flash has the Reverse Flash.
Oh yeah, that's been around a long time.
Yeah, and especially because that's been in more of their movies. It's been the Iron Man movie too.
But the main villain's entire film series is going to be Claw.
Which is Andy Serkis' character.
Claw, because he becomes.
I think this guy's going to bite it at the end. I think he'll be a one-off. But,
yeah.
But yeah,
the King Gorilla is like the big part of this.
Oh wow.
Like I'm pretty sure it's just a minion.
Well, hopefully it'll be good, but hopefully they got something there, and it's not just an empty parking lot. But speaking about an empty parking lot, the Han Solo movie just got a title that's really obvious.
It's called Solo.
Solo, a Star Wars story. Solo. That's how many digits that they're going to make at the box office with this film.
Solo.
I'm just kidding. They're probably going to make $1 billion off this movie. It's going to reek. But so the movie got a title. I know this is kind of non-news, but it gives us an excuse to talk about the movie.
The movie.
Because
you're talking about a development disaster.
It's probably one of the biggest development hell things to ever happen.
See, I don't think it should happen. I don't think it should have been.
I think they should have just abandoned it, man.
I think he should have started like right there in like the cantina. That's where Han Solo should have started.
And I think this will probably be, we talked about this a little bit before, nothing but fan service. Because not only they're very confident in the material, because first off,
they fired everybody.
Yeah, they fired the director, they fired the editor of it, they wanted to fire the 2 actors, but they filmed 90% of the film or something like that.
And then went back and made them give them acting coaches. I remember that.
They gave them acting coaches because their performances weren't very strong. So now they got to refilm the whole thing with Ron Howard. He stepped in 2 days after they got fired.
Ron Howard. Yeah. Now they got Ron Howard in this movie. Oh man.
And they got Mr. Childish Gambino himself. to play Lando Calrissian. So I mean, I think that's a really good casting. Actually, I think they cast him pretty well. I don't know how the performances are going to be. And that was the photo of the old directors, Phil and Lord and Miller. Sorry. And apparently they were treating it almost like an Ace Ventura-esque kind of farcical kind of tone to it. And they had a lot of improvisation, which wasn't really good for Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote it. And it wasn't very good for Kathleen Kennedy, who produces all these. And now I think we're going to get a really watered-down film. But
see, I really want to see him like Han Solo, like do this when he does like the parsec.
Oh yeah, and like
the Kessel Run. He's like
talk out his backside and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, what do you guys think about this?
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I want to see. I want to see an Ace Ventura space movie.
No.
I always kind of thought that a big part of the mythos of Han Solo was the mysteriousness surrounding where he came from. Like, he's supposed to be like this larger-than-life character, and so giving a character that's larger than life a life kind of takes away that larger part.
Yeah, and I mean, his character is so well set up in that cantina sequence, as like when he's just there.
When he
and
shot first.
And he shot Greedo just in cold blood, and he walked away, and he was like just somebody that didn't give a rat about anything. And at the end of the series, he wound up, growing in his emotions a little bit and actually learning to become friends with people and actually learning to love. This one, I feel like it's just going to be a horrible disaster. Like, I think it's going to be like the Rogue One thing where, like when Jimmy Schmitz walked in the frame and they paused for 6 seconds for the people to applaud. Like, it's going to be like that. It's like you're going to see a bunch of stuff on Kessel. Lando's going to stand on screen for you to clap when Lando shows up. And they're going to say the Kessel Run. Everybody claps. And you're probably going to see like one of those things that Jabba had in the pit on that planet somewhere too, and it'll be like a puppet, so everybody's like, they're using practical effects. Just stuff like that throughout the movie, and there's no substance to the film.
Well, it's Ron Howard. It could like be really boring and really shaky cam, so you gotta look forward to that.
I really hope it's not. I mean, I hope this movie's good, but the way it's looking, we haven't even seen a trailer yet. This movie comes out in May, and they just wrapped production. So, Chris, do you got something to add about this?
I mean, like you were saying, it feels like the type of character where it's like, this whole thing isn't really necessary, like just keeping the backstory sort of vague, like contributes to the character, and so making a whole movie around his backstory is kind of like, it's taking away from the character a little bit.
I mean, it's not even added to the story.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just a cash grab.
Also, that as well, but also the creature you were trying to think of was a Sarlacc.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say the Sarlacc pit. No, isn't the Sarlacc pit at the end?
What?
Oh, no, that was at the end of the Jabba's Palace sequence. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But yes, I'm like you, Hunter. I think that it kind of ruins the mythos of the character that somebody's like larger than life is going to get like a life. I think the whole movie's probably going to take place somewhere on Kessel, and you'll end with the Kessel Run, and you'll find out how they met Chewbacca, and
how he won the Millennium Falcon in a card game.
Yeah, and do you think that we're going to see a lightsaber shoved in here somewhere?
Probably so.
They can't resist it.
It's gonna be a Darth Vader.
There probably is going to be a lightsaber somewhere.
And Boba Fett's probably going to be shoved in there somehow. And I mean, this is just an epitome for like a fan service nightmare.
It's going to be those things that are there because they can be.
Yes, and that doesn't mean they should be.
And one more thing that I feel like bears mentioning is playing Han Solo and it not being Harrison Ford. I mean, that's a lot like trying to play the Joker now after Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
we've
seen how
that's another huge question to ask. It's like, how is that going to actually work out? Somebody else being Han Solo.
I mean, because Harrison Ford is synonymous with Han Solo. I mean, people see this like Indiana Jones, like it's Han Solo, like saving the artifacts. I mean, every movie he's done, he's Han Solo.
I know, just come on.
It's like someone else playing Wolverine. I mean, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. Maybe they'll give a good performance. I'm really excited to see Donald Glover do Lando. He looks a lot like him. I think he's a quality actor. He's a funny guy.
Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, well, do you think Billy D. Williams and Harrison Ford will be shoved in there somehow? And Harrison Ford's going to be like really like upset and like mad during the whole time?
Or like, what if they're like space like ghosts at the end, and then just like like walking off. He's like, "Don't you forget about me," and they're like it's gonna each other's arms and walking off in the distance like they're best friends.
I know
again.
Billy D's not been in the new movies, so I don't know. But
well, Billy's got to eat, man. He's got to put him in a movie.
yeah. Well, speaking about gotta put him in a movie, Bryan Singer has created a new Freddie Mercury biopic.
Oh,
He's released
no.
some photos of Rami Malek, who is the main actor as Freddie Mercury.
Gosh, he does look like Freddie Mercury.
He looks just like him in that picture, yeah. And I mean, they spot on look for the casting. I mean, I thought this was a picture from a Queen concert at first that we just showed up there. It looks just like him. I mean, granted, this one looked kind of like a cartoon because it's been photoshopped so much. But
you think it's going to take place in Zanzibar?
I don't think so.
That's where he's from.
Maybe just a little bit. I think this is probably going to take place mostly.
You know what his real name was?
What was his real name?
Farouk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I'm going to say Freddie Mercury does sound like a name he made, but I mean, I don't know too much about Freddie Mercury. So
he sang with a band called Queen.
Really? I didn't know that.
He died of AIDS.
Oh, man. He sang Walk This Way, right?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, what do you think about this? Nothing?
You know who Freddie Mercury was? You heard Queen?
Yeah, you know Queen? Queen,
I
not the England Queen, but like the band Queen.
Yes, I've heard of Queen. Thank you.
I've got no opinion.
No opinion.
At all.
Poor Chris. We pick on him every week.
Did they do Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
They did.
That's literally the only Queen I know.
Oh,
you ever heard We Will Rock You?
Every football game, baseball game.
With the stomps?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did like
the stops. It's the stops.
See, now I can't remember the names of the songs.
Yeah.
Break Free.
That's high school.
So is this like a fake documentary? Is it like a retelling?
No,
of
it's
his life?
going to be a biopic of his film. It's going to be a biopic of his life, and I think it's going to have a little bit of elements of Queen. You'll probably see he had a troubled past and stuff. You'll probably throw in some dramatic elements to make us care.
It's probably him dying of AIDS.
You think you're going to see Rami Malek lose a lot of weight?
Yeah, I think they're going to do the whole because the whole because he was like one of the really first big celebrities to die from AIDS.
Yeah. And I mean, he was a fantastic musician too. I mean, one of the best singers of our modern generation. But Bryan Singer's a quality director, so I think it'll be pretty interesting to see. But speaking about interesting to see, you told me about this and I didn't know about this.
How did you not know about this?
I don't know.
They've been blasted across YouTube for 3 days now.
It's been a long week. I've been trying to research stuff, and for some reason it just slipped through my fingers. The New Mutants trailer just dropped.
All the girls do.
And the New Mutants. Why don't you tell everyone about the New Mutants right now?
It's new. They're mutants and they're new. It's like
could you be more specific, please?
It's a team of them, and they're like an ensemble team of X-Men, and they kind of do little teenage problems.
Teenage problems?
Yeah, it's like teenage X-Men that weren't
Saved by the Bell with.
No, it's like they're getting trying to run away from genocide and prejudiceness and.
So Schindler's List?
It sounds like Schindler's List, but they also have superpowers.
Oh wow! So you heard it here first. Saved by the Bell meets Schindler's List. That sounds great. Hunter, do you read a whole lot of comics?
I'm familiar with a lot of comics.
Okay. Have you ever read the New Mutants?
Never read the New Mutants.
Chris, have you ever read the New Mutants? Adam, have you read the New Mutants? Dang! Oh, you have. You're the only one that has.
Yeah, of course he has.
I mean, he was just talking about it. I knew he did. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, the characters themselves are they're real big. They're of X-Men fans. There's some of the top big X-Men characters that are not the main team.
Yeah. What's some characters in there?
Cannonball. He can blast through walls, but he's as he's flying, he's indestructible. One girl creates illusions and has telepathy. And one girl is she also has telepathy. Oh, hold on a minute. No, illusions. The other one's got telepathy. There's one that can turn into a werewolf.
And this is what bothers me about this movie. All the stupid little horror elements in there.
I already know what's going on, man. And I don't want to spoil it. You want me to spoil it?
Well, tell us what happens in the comics, because it might not be what's in the movie.
Okay, there's this thing called the Demon Bear, and the one who's in the girl with the blonde hair, the fake blonde hair, she's Moonstar, and her ability, she creates illusions. But there's a psionic creature. The problem is really powerful mutants. They can create entities out of psionic energy, and it's been haunting her family, and it's trying to take over the body. It's called the Demon Bear because it's the whole Native American myth of it, and it's creating all these crazy illusions.
I mean, that sounds kind of interesting, but I mean, what you got, Chris?
A question from Drew. Is this part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
No.
No, this is Fox that's releasing this, which is has all the X-Men rights.
It's supposed to have some connection with Logan.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is this going to be like when they were manufacturing the kids?
No, I think it's the last string of mutants.
Oh, so it's going to be in the future.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like in between, right before Logan.
I just feel like this is going to fall really flat. I hope it's good, don't get me wrong. Just watching the trailer, the tone they kind of established, I think it's going to be some sort of like generic, stupid, kind of pandering horror film with a bunch of jump scares that startle you but don't really scare you. And I think it's going to have a bunch of dumb little horror elements that just feel so bland. But I mean, I hope it's more than that. I mean, I hope there's a really strong story. Arya Stark's in it. Marcy Williams, is that her name?
I think she's going to be... it's either Wolfsbane or Pharaoh, one of the two.
I don't know, man. But I mean, I'm excited for it because Fox, like we talked a little bit about this earlier. Fox takes risks with their movies, unlike Marvel, which are have really consistent, kind of okay, good movies. Fox either like they've hit really big with Deadpool and Logan and stuff, or they kind of miss with X-Men Origins Wolverine and The Last Stand, and like and Fantastic Four especially,
Which one of the three?
Say
all three.
The last one was the worst failure.
Let's just say all three were failures.
I think the third one was like the equivalent of the Han Solo movie.
Fan 4 Stick. You talking about Fan 4 Stick?
Fan 4 Stick was kind of like the equivalent of.
Hold on, Hunter.
I think that this is a trend that's happening in a lot of comic books right now. Ever since the success of Deadpool, Logan, they're going to start trying to do for like more R-rated, more adult-themed, and like grittier films. And there's going to be like good ones that are going to emerge out of that. But then there's going to be Suicide Squads as well. Yeah. So this is something I think that we shouldn't like jump on and say is going to be good or bad until we actually see it. Because when they do take that grittier, realistic, darker elements, it has potential to be actually amazing.
I feel like this will be a solid PG-13 though.
Because if you look at the ones they've already done, like Wolverine and Logan, and Wolverine, he's not a superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, Deadpool's not a superhero.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily R-rated. It's just that darker, grittier atmosphere. Yeah. Like Batman's perfect for those kinds of movies. That's why the Dark Knight trilogy did so well.
Yeah. Like
but then it doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't work for Superman.
You can't do a dark, gritty Superman film.
No,
you can't do dark, gritty Green Lantern.
No.
There's certain people that it will work for. So it remains to be seen.
Because Wolverine. I mean, you think about it. I mean, his power. He kills people. He like cuts them up. Like the villains, he stabs them in the gut. They die. It's over. Deadpool kills people. So I mean, you can't do this. You can't push it with like Spider-Man films. You can't push it with Super. I mean, it's trend that needs to stay where it fits already in the comic books.
It can maybe work with Iron Man.
It might work with, I can see it working with Iron Man, but it definitely doesn't work with Superman. But yeah, guys, that's our news segments for today. Real quick before we go, every single Friday at 9 o'clock, we post what's called Quick Flicks, which is a movie review kind of show. We decided to move our movie reviews into that show specifically. We talk about a movie that comes out that week, and we go a little bit in depth. We talk about spoilers and stuff that we can't necessarily do on the show. But right now, before it, we're talking about The Foreigner on Quick Flicks this week, actually, starring Jackie Chan. So, in preparation for that, I thought we might talk a little bit in preface about the Rush Hour movies.
Films. Brett Ratner, one of my favorite directors of all time.
Brett Ratner, and see, like, Brett Ratner is. Do we have? I believe we have a picture of Brett Ratner here. It's my favorite picture of Brett Ratner.
Oh, he's about the walking douchebag right there.
Oh well, that's your opinion, man. Yeah. But it's probably you can look at the picture and form your own thoughts.
Yeah.
A man of that of that look and peace sign, he's probably a cool guy. Who knows? But the Rush Hour movies, they were directed by Brett Ratner, and Brett Ratner's kind of known as kind of like the studio. You need that done, I can do that for you. Kind of thing. He's not really an auteur. He's not like a Spielberg or like Denis Villeneuve or like a.
He's kind of like the guy in the back of Craigslist.
Yeah, he's like the Craigslist. Need a director? I can do that for you. Like
director will film. And then director has camera.
Yeah, it's like I can tell people what to do.
Director had camera will film.
I like that. I feel like that's what's on Brett Ratner's website. That's probably what it is. But the Rush Hour movies. I watched the first one's trailer just to kind of refresh me about the movie a little bit. That was pretty good, man. I gotta admit.
You want about Tuesday? It'll cost extra.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, you need reshoots. I'll do it again. But yeah, I mean, this one, you know, I really enjoyed the first Rush Hour, man.
I thought it was good. I thought the second one was kind of dragging, and the third one was just a cash grab.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the third one really does reflect on the Rotten Tomatoes score. But, I mean, the first one is like kind of Lethal Weapon rearranged a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's a comedy version, well, more comic version of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
But instead of like, you know, it's a cross, you know, a lot of the humor is cross-cultural.
Yeah.
You know,
it's slapstick.
So, I mean, it's the frustration of both of them having to work with, you know, someone out of their culture.
Yeah.
It's like a fish out of pond kind of story.
Yeah, fish out of pond. You mean fish out of water?
Fish out of pond. Fish out of water, yeah.
Well, I said, where'd you come up with fish out of pond from?
Because, like, it's when you pull the fish out of the pond. They're out of the pond, they flip around.
Come on!
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Let's keep talking about Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
And, like, you got the words. Can you do a Chris Tucker impression?
Mama! Mama! That's what I can do.
Okay, that's good. Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth?
No,
I can't really do a great one.
You're worse than I am at it.
Oh. But, yeah, I mean, the first one is a lot of fun. You know, it is kind of, you know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but, you know, it's you know, you can watch it, and it's got some fun action scenes. There's one scene with Jackie Chan in the bar that's a lot of fun.
See, you have to look at it this way. At this point, this is when Chris Tucker was at the height of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday was I mean, put him in the spotlight, and this come out like, what was it, like 5, 6 years
1998.
later? Yeah, so that was about 4 or 5 years later. I mean, he was film after film after film.
Yeah.
And then he just disappeared.
Yeah, well, he had kind
asylum.
of he's in an asylum?
Oh no, I'm thinking about
You're thinking about someone else.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the one with that really bad movie with J-Law in it and
Geely?
No, J-Law.
Oh, J-Law. I like J-Lo.
Silver Linings.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah. Oh,
was he in that?
Yeah, he was in it.
No way.
He was in Silver Linings Playbook.
I haven't seen Chris Tucker around.
See, I watched it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a funny movie. And then I found out it was really lame.
It's David O. Russell. I mean, it's going to be kind of sad and lackluster, but I mean, that's just your opinion, man. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. I think that's where we're going to leave it off for you. What do you guys think about all the news segments that we talked about today? Do you think the Han Solo movie is going to be pretty good? Do you think Black Panther is going to be good?
Or nay?
Well, okay then. Do you think Freddie Mercury deserves a movie?
A or nay?
Do you think the New Mutants will be pretty good?
A or nay?
Or do you think the Rush Hour movies are good or bad?
Nay.
Or A.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Hunter, thank you so much. Chris, Adam, thank you for sitting here, listening to our nonsense. He's usually in the radio station. He has a show every single Thursday from 2 to 3 on
Video
Big Bang.
games. Video games.
Well, it's called Game On. It's about
Game
video
On,
games.
yes, Game On.
Game
yeah.
On. MC Joker is what he goes by.
MC Joker.
And these two jokers on the side of him are also on him. So every single Thursday from 2 to 3, 89.1 Big Bang Radio, Rocky Mount, Tarboro, Nash Community College. Please check it out. And also check us out. We actually have Instagram now, guys. So it's Instagram. Our Instagram name is Studio67NCC.
.edu.
No. We don't have the .edu. You're confusing people. All the 2 people that watch this, you're confusing them.
I don't
and
even
also,
listen to me.
you can also leave us a comment at youtube.com/NashComCollege or Facebook.com/Studio67NCC.
Isaac will read the emails.
I do. I'm here all the time, guys. But thank you guys so much. And next week we're talking about. I don't believe we can see this, so I'm gonna take it down.
It's about Jack Frost, the Killer Snowman.
Oh no. Just so we worked so hard on it. The Snowman. And this is a Michael Fassbender film.
It's about a serial killing snowman.
And it's directed by a Swedish man. And it takes place in Sweden, I believe. So,
so there's snowmen everywhere in Sweden.
It takes place in Oslo. Let me tell you right now, this
migrant
slow.
snowmen?
This movie's slow. What do you say?
Migrant snowmen?
Oh, well, we'll get into that next week. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye, Hunter. Chris, thank you so much again. I'm Isaac Anderson.
I am Tyler.
Stay lovely.
Stay classy, San Diego.